Hi Joanne, thank you very much for spending a little bit of time today here with us, and I will have some questions to ask you regarding to purchasing UK property. First of all, thank you very much because you as our exclusive solicitor, you have been helping a lot of our clients for proceeding all the procedure of purchasing the UK property. I know that to purchase a property in the UK, customers have to go through quite a lot of procedures.
Yes.
Right, especially when it comes to AML check, what we call the anti-money laundering check. So would you give us some advice, or some clients, they are going to buy property in the UK, what documents they actually have to prepare in advance, in order to have a faster AML check pass?
Okay, so there's quite a few things. So for the anti-money laundering checks, we first of all have to see where the source of the money comes from.
Right.
So it depends if it's a cash purchase or if you require mortgage.
Right.
But if you do require mortgage, you still need some for the deposit.
Of course, yeah.
So we still need to see where the money comes from. So it can be things like your salary slip, so 6 months of pay slips, maybe a tax return,
right.
6 months of bank statements. If the money comes from the sale of a property,
yeah.
or then documents in relation to that, inheritance, maybe probate documents.
How long do you think normally an AML check would be done, like in a normal scenario when clients actually have to pay everything?
So Caleb works really closely with the clients.
Right.
Sometimes, for the clients that we've worked with so far, it can take about 2-3 weeks to gather all the documents, all the translations. But that's fine as long as we get all the documents before we exchange, then that's sufficient.
Some of our clients, they bought property for different reasons. Most of them, bought UK property because for investment, they want to rent it out. Some of them, they really want to move there and live in there.
Yeah.
So with these two different purposes, is there any differences when it comes to expenses, taxation, or you have to do more procedure if you choose one of the purposes of purchasing UK property?
So the procedure for the legal process is pretty much the same, but the stamp duty land tax,
right.
SDLT, is slightly higher if it's buy-to-let property,
right.
or let's say you already own other properties and you're not replacing your main residence, you're not coming to the UK, then you do have to pay an additional 3% of stamp duty. Non-UK residents also have to pay an additional 2% of stamp duty.
Right, so that would be most likely the difference on taxation, I would say that, yeah?
Yes.
They have to pay more.
They have to pay a little bit more for the stamp duty.
Right.
That's looking at, the overseas properties portfolio,
right.
and whether they're going to move here and that's going to replace their main residence. So sometimes, some clients, maybe they plan to move here later on.
Right.
If you do move here and you sell your main home, within 3 years, you can actually get a refund of the additional 3%.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
that's good.
Also if you become a UK tax resident within 12 months of completion,
right.
then you can also arrange the refund. Yes.
Okay.
From the HMRC, so you can apply for the refund.
So going through another questions, some of clients also, they like not only London but also different cities in the UK with different reasons, of course. Buying properties out of London, let's say in Kent, in Manchester, or even in Wales, would you be able to assist them as well? That's the first thing. And is there any extra expenses if you assist them out of London, if they buy properties out of London?
So our fees will be the same. We can actually cover the whole of England and Wales.
Right.
So we can cover Manchester, Kent, Newcastle,
Lovely.
Nottingham, very, very far away. The only place that we can't cover within the United Kingdom is Scotland.
Right.
That's just because they have a different licensing regulatory arrangement.
Yeah.
But all of England and Wales, the fees will be the same. Wales, the stamp duty is slightly different, so it can end up being a bit cheaper because they call it the LTT, which is the land transaction tax.
Well, thank you very much for your time today. I'm sure my clients got a lot of information from you in this video, and if there's any inquiries from them, they can contact you directly.
Definitely, yeah. And we can guide you through whatever situation you have.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Caleb.